This program will be bittersweet for everyone, which is unavoidable if you really want to shift the bitterness of the tree of death to the sweetness of the tree of life. There are many reasons why so many people think ignorance is bliss and prefer ignorance, much like the movie The Matrix. You'll be shown why and much of what The Matrix really is as you proceed through this program. If you do not think you're ready, you can take the blue pill and forget about this program. Proceeding further is like taking the red pill to see just how far the rabbit hole goes. Oh yeah, we're about to get very real. A quote from George Washington, the man who refused to be king. The marvel of all history is the patience with which men and women submit to burdens unnecessarily laid upon them by their governments. And this is also including church governments. It's just how things are. Like fear, control over others is an illusion, fueled by fear and abuse. Because if you observe, as soon as people think they've got some kind of power or control over others, most people start abusing the power they've been given right away. That's just been human weakness. What most people have been doing because of cycles of abuse, basically. Human history of abuse. There's a lot of reasons for this. This is true for socialism or democracy or whatever. It's sort of like dirt. Dirt is just dirt. It's what you do with it that makes it what it is. Same with money. And it's interesting that George Washington said this. This is the man who refused to be king, the first president of the United States of America. Jesus Christ said, "And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free." John chapter 8, verse 32. And it's time to pull back the veil, pull it off, finally expose the marvel of all history. That's a great task. At least the foundation for you, so you have a strong foundation to build on from here. Because apparently, our world leaders have not known all the laws of the universe, and have not known how to create world peace. Some of us have continued learning about it, and it's time for us all to at least finally get the basic structure set right for us. Are you with me? And all the strongest and most powerful laws are in this foundation. Benjamin Rush, who was George Washington's medical doctor, said, "Unless we put medical freedom into the Constitution, the time will come when medicine will organize an undercover dictatorship to restrict the art of healing to one class of men and deny equal privilege to others. Will be to constitute the Bastille of medical science. All such laws are un-American and despotic, and have no place in a republic. The Constitution of this republic should make special privilege for medical freedom as well as religious freedom." That was George Washington's friend, medical doctor, Benjamin Rush, also a signer to the Declaration of Independence of the United States of America. One of the signers who understood, a founding father of the country, Benjamin Rush. Now, we must understand our own world history. Unless we learn from history, history repeats itself. Some of the history is not necessarily very fun history, like the history of war. And many past presidents, along with other world leaders, have been saying, like George Washington said, "My first wish is to see this plague of mankind, war, banished from the earth." And Thomas Jefferson said, "I abhor war and view it as the greatest scourge of mankind." But they have not understood exactly how to get away from it. Our periods of peace have not really lasted very long. We've had so many wars happening, and since September 11th, 2001, it's been over 15 years, and we're still fighting. Parasitic elites are elites who live on masses of people, forgetting the true purpose of money. They've always ended up seeing people as their meat. And empowering elites, which are the minority of the elites, are actually using their wealth to bless the masses. We generally would rather help people who are actually teachable than those who are not. We like people who are actually willing to make better choices for themselves when they're presented with the options, than those who are unwilling to change. Empowering elites help people both have and see what those options are for greater change, including those who need it the most. The philosophies of true wealth and of business differ between the two groups. Just prior to my 21st birthday, I experienced a trust training program with a man who was made executive trustee of his elite family estate when he was just a child. And I'll never forget some of the things he said to our group. You might want to listen to this very closely. He said, "True wealth is never destroyed. It's merely transferred. And more wealth is transferred during war than at any other time. That's why we have them." No kidding. Really? Yes, that's why we have them. Well, what the parasitic elites call true wealth is the slave master and slave, control and greed type power tools. We're going to get a real close look at this. Philosophies of business. Well, at the Ivy League schools, at that level, they're teaching about business, that if someone steps in your way in business, you just run right over the top of them and you keep going. Business is business. It's a social disorder, again, but that's what they teach at that level. And we're exposing principles that are being broken. Laws of peace are literally being shattered right in front of us every day that we have not even been aware of. And the curtain is now being lifted up to help you see what you've never really seen or heard articulated this way. We've had an even bigger war with disease. In general and collectively, we know what's been destroying us. The Zero Disease class, as a prerequisite to this class, gives us much more insight on that.